Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
This is
The Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and today,
Yes.
it is condensation in the atmosphere. It's been kind of rainy here the past couple days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Now
feel like this is
it's
now the
clear.
kickoff to fall.
Okay. Yeah.
Where it might start snowing in other places. Here it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's cloudy today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's been clear here. Um, it's it's probably been about mid 70s today, so not outrageous, but
That's not too
kind of a
bad.
little warm. A little warm.
It's been a
Yeah.
little colder than I would care for. It's been like mid 60s and then lower at nighttime.
Now.
And I may or may not have started a garden of sorts
Oh,
out of some herbs and spices that may not directly be available at my local seed stores.
right.
And they don't really like cold temperatures.
Oh,
So I'm kind of running into that problem where I'm like, well, fuck, I really like this weather, except that it's killing my shit that I just started
yeah.
making again. Fuck.
Yeah.
Because at one point, we were using our little herb growing area
Uh,
just as like a cat sanctuary.
okay. Oh,
Because like we didn't want to let stray cats into our house,
yeah.
but we didn't want them to be frozen to death around our house.
Yeah.
So like they were gonna come in the dog door and hang out in that little patio area anyway. So
Right.
we just like turned a little light on, put a blanket down, put a little cat box down,
Okay.
and then like, hey, like it's warmer, it's like 20 degrees warmer than directly outside. So like it's something.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
amount of paw prints and things we've seen in there, like somebody had to have been using it.
Oh,
But now it's
well,
gone. Now it's back to being a place to grow stuff.
okay. Good. Yeah. What you growing? Herbs. Herbs. Oh,
Herbs and spices.
okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, it's legal out there, so you can do that. Yeah.
It is, as long as you don't live within 25 miles of a dispensary. I read
Oh,
the laws and I was like, oh, I
that's
was previously doing an illegal grow operation I didn't know. So now I just grow herbs and spices
yeah. Yeah.
for the winter time. You need chives
That's
even
a
in the winter
thing.
for the potatoes. So,
Right. You do, but that's such a bogus law
right.
thing they were doing. Yeah.
It's like,
That
oh,
was
yes,
nasty.
a guy out in the middle of nowhere can grow whatever he wants. Like, I
Right.
understand that part of the law, but I
Yeah.
also like, I don't want to pay taxes. Look, guys, I'm not a libertarian. I think I don't look into it that much. I
Right.
just think my taxes
Yeah.
should go to better things than not
Sure.
repairing my fucking block. Apparently, again, the ruts next to the school are a crime.
Okay. Yeah.
And like, if I was smoking an amount of weed that could repair the roads,
Yeah.
I would do it.
Right.
Sadly, that is not how taxes work.
You're right. Yeah.
Like, I can't smoke so much weed they build another school.
Right.
Like, if anything, I'm gonna smoke a bunch of weed and they're gonna give Jacob's Entertainment another motel. Like
What's Jacob's Entertainment? I
it's the
missed that
shitty,
one.
it's like the shitty holding company that's been buying up all the property in downtown Reno to turn it into their own personal city.
Oh,
It's just like a giant monopoly that's been slowly ruining the
God.
entire city.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like so blatant, but nobody gives a shit
Yeah.
because like they pay the right people. So
Right.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. And what's worse is that is then pushing all the shitty landlords that used to have a hold on downtown out to the neighborhoods and suburbs where they can just prey on everyone and families. Like
Oh, okay.
They just
Yeah.
gentrified the shitty people and kicked them out to where we live, and we don't want them either.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
A new
Yeah.
a new housing association or whatever just
Uh,
bought up one of the houses on the block. Like whatever they call mom and pop landlords. It's like these are just like an old couple with too much money that buy a bunch of properties around here and then rent them and then never repair anything for you.
yeah.
Which I don't say as slander. I say it as someone who has previously lived at one of their properties.
Yeah.
It was never fixed, and nothing was ever done for anything, and the faint smell of gas was very alarming all the time.
Oh,
uh,
well,
but I
that's yeah.
Yeah, it's not good, but I do credit it for making some great podcasts when I first started.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, everywhere's going to shit. Only
Yeah.
thing we can do is gripe about it and keep going about our day.
Right. Yeah.
You got any fun new gripes, Jonathan?
Oh, right.
Yep.
Not really. I've just been sad this past week, uh, past couple weeks really. But and I'm to the point where like I want to cry, but I can't.
The cry just sort of turns into a shrug, and then you're just kind of there.
No, it's just like an overwhelming sense of dismal.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
swarm of bees.
right. Exploding out of your cock. Yeah. I think that's why it happened to us. Yeah, yeah,
Yep, that's exactly what happened to Austin. That's why he can't be here today. A bunch of bees flew out of his dick.
yeah,
He didn't
yeah,
know all you gotta do is just put a little smoke gun down in there,
yeah, right.
smoke all the bees out of your dick.
Yeah, and just pump it.
Get the
Pump the beat
bellows.
day. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, I've just been sad and it's been hard. I've been struggling. Yeah,
I've been having
yeah.
a bad week too. I don't know what it is. There's just been
Okay.
something in the air because I just like I don't know. I woke up this week being like, I gotta go back to fucking work and do some shit. And
Yeah.
so like nothing there has been fulfilling. I was like, I can't even bury myself in work because there's not enough of it. Like
Oh, oh,
like
yeah,
at least before you could be like, I'm kind of sad, but at least I got 12 hours to be fucking occupied,
yeah.
like that was at
Right.
least something. But now
Yeah,
we're in like such a hellish nightmare of life where it's just
yeah,
like, wow, I can't even escape in work because they don't like this. The billionaires have inflated everyone's sense of working too much, and the 40-hour work week is a fucking lie. So
yeah,
we can't
yeah.
even fulfill that lie anymore. There's not 40 hours of work to week.
Yeah.
Ugh. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
It
just
depends on what you're doing. Yeah.
that's true. If I was like on a fucking manufacturing floor, I'd be plenty occupied.
Right. Yeah.
One of these days.
Have you ever thought about volunteering?
I have. I've done a
I
little bit,
volunteer.
but
I, I volunteer at Meals on Wheels, and I feel like it feels very good. Like the people I work with are nice, and yeah, we feed elder people, and that feels good.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've
So
always, I've always, whenever I've gone to do it, it's always nice to do some amount of charitable work, but it's
yeah,
also like getting up the energy to be in and around the populace that is
sure.
just like,
Yeah,
ugh,
that's
especially like social media doesn't help either because then I'm like, well, I don't know that a old white guy isn't going to say the most batshit insane thing I've ever heard, and I accidentally punch his soul out of his body. You know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
goddamn.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched a TikTok of an old white guy in a Costco threatening to pepper spray all the employees for
Oh,
like no reason.
oh,
And I was like, how come nobody took like a chair to the back of that dude's head? He has no peripheral vision. So many
yeah.
people walked behind him.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I probably shouldn't go to Target if I'm like, what if I just punched an old dude in the back of the head to fix the world? You know, like that's not a good attitude to greet the world with. So I just like don't go outside instead.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
It's like with that one time that Liam Neeson was like, I gotta hunt down black people. You know, it's
What was that?
oh, it was something about like his friend got caught up in some sort of Black Lives Matter riot situation, and he was like, "Now I gotta stab black people." You know, like he just had
Oh,
the wrong reaction to a
okay.
thing, and then went on a talk show and said far too much about it. You know,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Talk
was
shows.
they're
Bad
bad.
news.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're bad.
Yeah.
They're engineered to get the worst out of people for views, which is what we
Right.
find ourselves in today. Jonathan, when was the last time you were outwardly racist? Please
Oh,
use all the slurs you did at the time.
I don't know when, but I mean, I grew up in Stokes County, so it was it was like being in the 70s, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so, so I think I graduated with maybe two black people, and yeah, people would say things that were just terrible all the time, and it was bad.
See,
It just
friends,
makes me sad.
this
Yeah,
is how we know Jonathan isn't secretly a terrible racist. Because he doesn't explain away his own internalized possible biases and instead analyzes the water in which he grew up in, you know, to really analyze with a lens the things you have to deconstruct within you before you can properly look into the world and be like, hey, fuck that guy.
well, thank you. I mean, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've I've
You're
I've
trying.
I've done racist stuff. I know that, but that hindsight, um, but yeah, I feel terrible about it, you know. It was just part of my upbringing, you know.
Yeah, I look at what I was raised by, and it
Yeah,
was mostly the internet, which is honestly the worst
yeah,
about racism and various types of things.
yeah,
Like growing up, I was very much going down the path of what they called the alt-right pipeline now. Now there's
okay,
an actual word for it, and there's actual like, you know, sociological and psychological studies of like what about the internet's algorithm is pushing young men down the alt-right pipeline to become fucking Nazis for no reason.
okay,
You know, like, bro, you grew up in Vermont. How are you trying to
right,
be how like why are you flying a Confederate flag? You know, like
yeah,
it's cuz the internet has made any amount of community
yeah,
blown way larger than it should be so people can find little weird pockets of like racist weirdos and then like commune with them, and because of their ideologies, YouTube and, you know, click anger based algorithms feed into those ideologies. And so, you
that's
know,
crazy. Yeah,
yeah, like you see one crazy old man trying to mace people in a Costco. Next
yeah,
video you scroll to, someone's trying to own the libs, you know, like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
such an easy thing to fall down to when you're just scrolling through stuff.
That's
The
yeah,
rage bait.
yeah. That's no good. Yeah, I feel like my uh algorithms just occupied by bot models. That's yeah,
Yeah, sometimes I will find a video that is outside of the scope of the things I usually watch, but
Right.
like is so benign and like lightly enjoyable that I'm like, I'm just gonna like it and then let it play like 3 or 4 times. So the algorithm is like, oh, he wants to watch more of this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just ended up on the parts of TikTok where they're like, all right, we're gonna fucking glaze this pastry with like a 4K zoom in slow-mo. And I'm like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I I do not give a shit about world politics. I want to see slow mo, like
Right.
frosting drizzle.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I have the capacity to care about, too. You know, like I really do think that the internet, the internet pseudo intellectualism. Fuck,
Right.
I can't even form this thought in my own brain. The internet's pseudo intellectualism raised me to think I was smarter than I ever actually was,
Okay.
because being being like a pseudo intellectual on the internet
Yeah.
gives you a feeling of superiority because
Yeah.
you are able to Google shit faster than like old people.
Right.
But you
Yeah.
don't necessarily know anything.
No. Yeah.
So it's like it's really easy to fall into that superiority complex and then have it fed into like racial politics, and then suddenly you think you're the master race. You know, like it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy how easy it can happen in the algorithm.
That's
And
yeah. That's so bad.
so like it's worse now than ever because so many of these internet companies are being bought up by, like it's all either under Meta, the Facebook thing,
Yeah.
or like Elon Musk tanked Twitter, so it's not really a threat anymore, which
Right.
is good, I think. I don't know. I never cared that much about Twitter, so I'm glad it's gone. I deleted my account.
Uh,
uh
okay.
but it's like, now that I think about it, other than TikTok, I am only in like the metaverse.
Okay.
And is that bad? Like, they were like, he already had to go to court to be like, how come you guys are influencing the elections through misinformation? And he was like, got me there. I don't know. Which is not what you want to hear from the most powerful CEO in the fucking country.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't know why our algorithm does that. We'll get back to you when we figure out the monster we've built.
Okay. Yeah.
not
It,
not an ideal defense.
no. Not at all.
He
Yeah.
just Frankensteined a business together from stealing from a bunch of other smarter people, and now he cannot control it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really a fan of Mark Zuckerberg. I
No.
I I feel like the movie ruined him for me.
Yeah, I think that movie was
Yeah.
probably accurate to how he was to people. Maybe it wasn't like perfectly, it wasn't a true story, but like
Right.
I don't doubt that he was a ruthless dick to all those
Mhm.
people, and just like, just steamrolling people because, again, of that pseudo intellectual superiority that you get from being an internet dork.
Yeah.
Uh, except he had some of the programming knowledge to back it up at the time.
Right.
Kind of like who's the actual Bill Gates.
Oh,
Bill Gates did that same shit
yeah.
where it's like he was basically a nepotism baby, like his mom was like an IBM person or something, or like one of
Oh,
his parents was like a computer executive already.
okay.
And then like he starts in their garage, which like
Yeah. Yeah.
does that mean he went to their garage with nothing and happened to scrape some stuff together, or did they just have endless things for him to use in there? And like anyone can be a genius with all the equipment at your disposal and
Right.
all of the time, like it's
Yeah.
the monkeys with fucking keyboards thing. They're gonna type out Shakespeare eventually.
Yeah. Do we
So,
need more Shakespeare though? Is Shakespeare really that good? I mean, honestly,
hey,
like, I mean, it happened a long time ago, and I don't think it's that great.
I think Shakespeare was a cultural funnel.
Okay.
The
What do you
same,
funnel?
I guess, more like a, like like a choke point where like
Okay.
he just begged, borrowed, and stole from every type of storytelling apparatus that existed at the time, made up
Okay.
a fuckload of new words to try to
Okay.
convey what he couldn't. And
Okay.
then everyone, not being so versed in every type of storytelling was like, look at this fucking guy. He's got every story ready to go. And
Yeah.
so, like, made him look like a genius.
Yeah.
Kind of the same way that band Greta Van Fleet is just ripping off Led Zeppelin, but everyone thinks they're fucking great.
I think they're great, man. I really do.
All you got to do is just repeat the formula. They're
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like
Well,
it's
well, you've got three of the four members alive, and they won't play together. And
yeah,
I heard that Stairway to Heaven was valued at $500 million at
yeah, I
one
could see
point
that.
because of the royalties and shit. And it's insane, The demand for that style of music is here, but they won't make it. So
That's
these
what's
kids,
crazy.
yeah, these kids coming up, you know, having that kind of voice is not normal. Being able to sing like Robert Plant is really hard to do, and they kill it. Playing guitar like Jimmy Page, that's not easy either. Yeah, yeah. And
Doing the amounts of coke they have to do to keep up that tour schedule.
uh, I don't know about that, but probably. Yeah.
I was very much not a fan of them up
Oh,
until recently when I saw their Saturday Night Live performance. Did you
oh,
see that?
no, no.
Singer's coked out of his mind.
Okay.
Hold
Yeah,
on, this podcast is worth we the what else are we doing other than going down this hole?
yeah.
Uh and if I get DMCA'd and they cut the audio out of this part, oh fucking well. But it's so funny. It's so
Okay.
funny. Oh shit on my balls. That was so loud. All right, hold on. Let me
Oh,
adjust
yeah.
some audio things and let me share.
Okay.
Cause yeah, he's very much obviously just so coked out of his mind.
Okay.
But also, if I was on Saturday Night Live, I would be too. You know,
Right.
like
Yeah. He's
uh,
not doing anything that isn't that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we've been. Can't you hold my hand and stay a while?
To avoid copyright strike, song clips have been cut.
they must have scrubbed the internet of
Paint
that
me,
part.
paint me a word picture. Yeah.
He's he's just singing the part, and then like like every beat he's doing a new like fucking cocaine face. And so he just gets to this one part, he just sings to the end of the phrase, then he comes back and he goes, "Wow!" It's like just out of fucking nowhere.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Greta Van Fleet's good. I I stand by him. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, only do cocaine when it's really worth it, friends. So that's what I'm saying. You're
I
only allowed to do cocaine if you're on SNL. That's the new rule.
okay. Yeah.
Or I guess we can extend that to any like major cable television show. You can do coke if you get like Fallon,
Okay.
any one of the late
Kimmel.
nights. Yeah, if you get Kimmel, you can do some cocaine.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoever's coming after James Corden.
Yeah. Yeah. So James Gordon is done?
Yeah, he's done. They did their last
Was it
episode.
was he done before the writer's strike
Yeah,
or
yeah,
because of it? Okay.
he finished before the writer's strike even happened.
Okay.
Really nice ending too. He's like playing piano and singing a little song. And also, I hate James Corden as just like a comedian and kind
Yeah.
of person, but can't deny that it was an emotional ending to that show. So
Okay. Yeah.
solid stuff.
Yeah. Ian Carmel is amazing.
Yeah,
So,
I really think he made that show,
yeah.
because like his brand of humor is it's I think of his humor like old Simpsons humor, where it's like it's dumb, but it's just smart enough to not be like stupid.
I think he's great, man.
Yeah,
I I think Ian Carmel's a standout act, you know? And yeah, he's gonna be freed up to do stuff again now. And I'm
yeah.
excited about that. Yeah, yeah,
Let's. I really hope because this is the weekend before the Savage Henry Festival. Maybe he'll just randomly stop by it for no reason. I'm just gonna put it out into the world. Why not?
oh,
It's it's
yeah,
such a good festival. Just stop by.
yeah. I mean, yeah, Savage Henry is a good festival. I wish I
Man.
was gonna be out there with you. But
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Ever since they got the whole like the actual club to be like the hub of everything, it really is like is really great. I'm excited to be on it
yeah,
again. But I
yeah.
really got to like start doing more comedy and getting out there more because I feel like I'm at the point where like if I don't start doing more comedy next year, I'm probably not going to get asked to be in it, because like
Okay.
I'm not doing enough stand up. I'm not that funny anymore. Secretly, I
That's
forget all
not
my good
true.
jokes. I don't remember any of my jokes and I get on stage and I'm like,
Watch videos. Watch videos.
that's true. I should just go back and
Yeah, yeah.
rewatch the
Find a good
things.
set and watch it. Yeah,
Gotta I gotta copy myself so I know what I'm supposed to sound like again.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I took a good like year off in
O-
totality. Like I would
Okay.
do little stand-up things like every couple months just to keep the, just
Right.
just to keep the rock rolling down the hill. Don't want to
Yeah,
collect too much moss. But
yeah.
boy, is this little mossy rock starting to get slippery. I'm losing the
Yeah.
metaphor. Uh
Oh, yeah, you are. The
but
metaphor.
something comedy stand-up
Yeah,
do the yep.
yeah. Hey, I've been off stage now for I've been on stage once in almost 2 years.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's better than
that's
zero.
right. But it's it's not good, you know.
Yeah. But you had some preoccupying things during that time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. And that it's all those things that I'm just worried about now that
Yeah.
have me overwhelmed and just sad, you know? Yeah, yeah,
But the good news is when I've just been getting extra sad and I'm like, I've never done anything funny, I've been going back and digging through the podcasts and like forcing myself to find clips. So
nice.
like I've like when I was getting real down this week and I was like, everything I've ever done is actually nothing, and I've done nothing with my life for 30 years. I just like went 20
That's nice.
episodes back in the podcast and I was like, fuck, now I've got to listen to 20 hours of podcast to find something.
Oh God. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, oh well, looks like I have done something and it is too much.
yeah, 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 yeah. See, Bobby, you've done stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm glad we started doing this again because like just
yeah,
I mean, not that I had anything to say during the pandemic, like I tried to have a few episodes in like
yeah,
2020 and 2021 and it would just
yeah,
be like, I got sick again a couple weeks ago. Still
Yeah.
working from home. Got slightly different deli meat with the fucking groceries this week. I don't know what the fuck to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem is now now I don't go outside enough, and I'm just like sitting here at the window like, I heard there was a festival going on outside of music's. I
Yeah.
hear Matchbox 20 at the Nugget.
Ooh,
That's true. I did hear.
Matchbox 20 is low key good as
Yeah,
shit.
no.
Yeah.
I was like laying in bed and I could hear them playing I'm not crazy, I'm just a
Just
little
a little.
unwell. Yeah. And I was like, fuck yeah. Get it, Rob Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I let's see what else. Oh, me and the band finally got a practice space again. Like a
Nice.
dedicated practice space. So like now we've got money in the game again. So we got to start playing some shows and like selling some shirts, or else we're on the hook for a
Oh,
$400 something practice space every month.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, which won't kill you, but when even if we split it, we're still like, that's like $130.
Yeah.
You know, like that's
Yeah.
just like that little reminder, like, hey, this isn't a fucking subscription service you can forget
Right.
about. Like,
You got
go practice.
nice. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to.
I was listening to Caveman the other night.
Hell
It's a
yeah.
good song. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. I,
video is
I,
really
yeah.
fun.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. Yeah. And, yeah, I wanted to ask you kind of what your songwriting process is, because there's a music project that I have an idea for that I've wanted to do for quite a while, and I haven't done anything about it other than write Metal Dan on a notebook. Yeah, it it's called Metal Dan.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
but I don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't really have any specific songwriting way that I do it. Like a
Okay,
lot of the times I'll hear a phrase in my head, or like I'll lock in on a little tagline for a lyric and I'll hear it sung in my head in a certain way.
okay,
And then like if I can't really parse like a next part or where it should go, sometimes it just gets lost. Uh
okay,
So like what I do is like I'll find one little word or phrase that I'm like repeating in my head, and then I'll just write the lyric down, and then I'll go,
okay,
okay, now we have to just A B. What's a second line, and then what's a rhyming line after that, and then like either finish the phrase unrhyming with the B stanza or a second rhyme just to be like, what kind of song is this gonna be?
okay,
And then like hopefully through that I've retained whatever melody or thing was in my head.
okay, okay. Yeah,
Frequently I will like just completely like word vomit out like a verse and a chorus, maybe another verse, but at least like three stanzas of music.
okay,
And then if
yeah,
I don't have any music like in my mind, or I didn't have any parts for it, I usually default to the same like three or four chords, which I'm trying to get away from.
okay, yeah,
But I will
yeah,
frequently try to like find the chords that might fit with it. And if I can't do it myself, I'll think of a song that sounds similar to it the way I hear it in my head, and then just try to steal the structure from that song to see if like my pieces can fit in any parts. And any parts that do fit, fuck it, I'll steal it, change it, make it my own.
yeah,
If not, fuck, sometimes a thing of lyrics will just sit there and just wait until I'm like sitting there strumming on something, getting creative with music, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can put these words to this.
okay,
I
okay.
think because that's actually what happened with Caveman is I was super bummed out because Nick and Cliff both died the same winter.
Oh,
and
shit.
you fell out of the winter. You fell out of the window that same winter. So I was just like, everyone I know is gonna die.
Yeah,
This sucks. And so like this fucking
sorry.
depressing song fell out of me.
Okay,
And those lyrics were just sitting on my desktop
okay,
for like months. Um,
okay.
and then I found this really like interesting dark guitar part
Yeah,
that I was fucking around with, and I layered the words over that real slow and simple, and I was like, oh shit, this song is kind of like cool and moody.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it all just kind of came together.
Nice. Okay.
So
Yeah,
I really like how slow that song feels,
yeah.
because the emotion it's trying to convey is that like the intensely slow and painful process of like no one can
Okay,
feel your grief but you, so here you go, start doing it.
okay.
And so it
Yeah,
just kind of takes you through it. And so
yeah,
I like how that song turned out top to
yeah.
bottom, and I also
Good.
I love how goofy the video ended up. It really
Yeah, yeah,
I wanted it to be almost like Nickelodeon cartoonish, and I'm glad it got toned down a little bit, but it is still like it is still just fucking dorky, and I love it.
okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Good times.
I'm really curious about that because I've played music since I was 14 and I'm 36 now. So I've never wrote a song. I've never got one. So I want to learn to do that, you know? That's something I want to do. Yeah.
Man, we just get you like a little backing band and have you make a fucking Jason Isbell style sad boy record.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I've been going into a lot of I was actually I was I was just subjecting Alicia to this last night, where I was like, all genres of music are technically bullshit, and all of it is derived from something 20 years ago people have forgotten. And so I was like, everyone on Tumblr and on the internet was shitting their pants in the 2010s because
yeah.
folk punk got created by like Pat the Bunny and Andrew Jackson Jihad and Days and Days, you know, like those
Oh,
fucking oogle folk punk bands. But those bands will also be the first to tell you, like, no, we're not the ones that did this first, you know, like
yeah,
fucking Violent Femmes existed. Uh
right.
all of the Irish punk stuff, like the Pogues existed like 20
Yeah,
years before that. You know, like there's been folk punk bands already in history doing the exact same thing. And so I made her go down that whole rabbit hole. And I was like, and here's why folk punk is bullshit. And I showed her like Thin Lizzy. And I was like, they were just doing
yeah,
folk and skiffle shit. And Thin Lizzy was like, no, fuck you. We're going to do the rock and roll version. Yeah, they're like, we're going to sing Whiskey in a Jar right now.
yeah.
And so,
Hell
like,
yeah,
and I went down a whole rabbit hole. I was like, every musical genre is just one guy's interpretation of a band he liked, probably badly.
okay.
And like, you know, like Blink
Yeah,
182, one of my favorites, that's just a bad version of the Descendants with The Cure. You know, like
okay,
it's just that shit mixed together.
okay.
And even the Descendants are just a bad version of Bad Religion.
Okay,
You know, so it's just like there's so many times where it's just like this band is basically just this other band is slightly different.
okay,
And I was trying to use that as like my own mental diving board into being like, I can just be, you know, like I could just be a Bruce Springsteen ripoff like the Gaslight Anthem is. You know,
yeah,
like what's the
yeah,
problem? As long as people like it
yeah.
and come to your shows.
I love Gaslight.
Yeah.
Gaslight is great. The
I watched
fi-
like 5 of their videos
yeah,
last night.
okay, the 59 sound is a
Oh,
great record.
yeah.
And yeah, yeah,
So many bangers on that album.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah, yeah,
turn the record over.
Yeah,
I'm singing
okay.
like Greta Van Fleet. I'm just mixing them all together.
Yeah, nice.
So anyway, art is stealing and stealing is good.
Yes, yes. Except in comedy, because that's a mortal sin.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not. You know, people say it is, but that's usually like comics who don't have enough material being super gatekeepy about like I'm the only one that's allowed to say that my fucking wife sucks, you know, like
yeah,
every joke is just
yeah.
is stolen. All of them are. No
Right.
one no one's ever had an original thought ever in their life.
I've tried to. I mean,
Same.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
really hard. It's so hard to have.
especially especially when you're like working on the joke and it's still not that good and then you see a way better comedian do it and their joke is way better and you're like
Yeah,
fuck you.
yeah,
Like how come I couldn't finish the joke before you showed me that it was now stolen?
yeah,
Do I
yeah.
steal your punchline to finish my joke or do I try to finish this joke that I already know is stolen myself?
Who knows? Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know that situation. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bit I was working on for like a good year that then I saw Ian Carmel basically do on late night and I was like, well,
Okay.
I'm not gonna fucking try to like workshop and finish this joke now. It's not only out there already, it's recorded and on YouTube. You know, like
Yeah.
I was too slow.
Fair enough. What was the joke?
He had a joke about hold on, I wanna see if I can find it because I have the same joke also on video from Savage Henry, but mine is way worse and the audience does not laugh. So this is
Nah.
going to be that kind of podcast now where we just watch me fucking bomb my dick off.
Okay.
We're going to hide this so we have more space.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're doing this. I don't think it was that one. I think it was this one. Yeah, we got
Amazing soap. Men have terrible soap.
this one.
Men's soap isn't even named after anything that smells good, right? Like, men's soap is all named after violent ideas. You know, soap for men is like Arctic Blast, you know, or like Desert Storm. I've never seen my father cry, and my son will never see me cry. The soap.
Like, fucking hilarious. Great bit.
Yeah.
I love that bit. I wish I would have. Oh, God, there's me. I wish I would have written a bit that succinct and good.
I just want to
I forgot I had that World War II or World War One and World War II joke. God, it was so long and painfully unfunny. And that's why this set is 12 minutes long.
because I wish I could say that I buy all organic sheep-based deodorants year-round. Most of the time, I'm just hanging out in a Walmart. So I went and tried to look for a smell that seemed somewhat human, and all I got was a wall of insane abstractions that I could not discern the smell of from reading it. Like Mountain Blast. What is it? How does a mountain blast? Are you talking about Mount St. Helens? I don't want to smell like that. That sounds terrifying.
Offensive.
I got another Bear Glove. 2 nouns. Cool. We're Mad Libsing our deodorants now. Old Spice just has one called Original. If we don't know what an Old Spice, you're not specifying the spice. Now it's the original smell that we never got to discern. So I think that I am going to get into the
Already
male deodorant
way
game
longer than the Ian
because
Carmel
I'm
joke.
so good at dumb abstractions that you can't smell in your brain. How about
Yeah.
the Cuban axe grinder? Ah, so tough. Sell it to him, guys. Or maybe just have some neighbor fuck. I don't know. That sounds terrifying. I don't know if I want to smell like it. And it's just for the space enthusiasts out there. Try some 4th dimensional hand job. Wow. Blasted at you. More than that weird Axe chocolate commercial where they were just eating dudes. Did anyone?
such a long joke to not get there nearly as fast as Ian Carmel.
Okay.
You
Well,
just can't catch the Carms when it comes to writing a joke succinctly.
he's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's very good.
His bit, what, like less than a minute, and he got right to the fucking funny name that he wrote. Me, 3 minutes, and I give way too many punchlines at the end that do not increase in quality.
Okay.
Which is, like, that's the thing. If you're going to give multiple punchlines, they got to escalate.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, that was also like 5 years ago. I am funnier now. I don't
Good.
do 5-minute long bits about dolphins or World War II.
Well,
I could. I should. They were good
yeah,
bits.
sure.
I just got to write them better.
Yeah. Yeah. You can do it.
I bet if I went back to that old set, I could cut it down to 3 very funny minutes rather than 13 meandering long minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy, it's so hard to watch yourself do comedy, especially when it was I still haven't found the video that I had of you. I know I had.
Which one?
The one of you in LA, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I had that one on a drive recently, and I just have not been able to find it again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think that's the one where it's like I told a mustache joke that you're like, hey, that's pretty good.
Oh shit, I found it.
Oh, let's watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's only oh, this is the one where you drop the microphone like right away.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me make sure your audio's going. Cool. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because it's loud as fuck.
You've been waiting for him. Here he comes, straight from Reno. Jonathan Allgood.
Can we just say she looks so nervous about what you could possibly get on stage to be about to do? Please don't come up here and say the worst thing I've ever heard right away. Great bit. The chair on the other side. Do it.
When I go to my addiction counselor, I like to wear my Can't Stop, Won't Stop t-shirt so my therapist knows that I'm committed to our time together.
So much time in between jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. It's like corrupted or something. It just cut out.
Oh, shit.
Ah, fuck.
Can you?
I'm gonna run that through my software later and see if I can't fix it and clean up the audio so that it's not a real loud background noise.
Yeah.
But I'll try to fix that so you have at least one video of you telling jokes.
Yeah, I have Rachel, the UNR Comedy Club president, got a couple of me on YouTube. Do you want links to those?
Let's see. I wonder if I can find it.
Okay. Well, it's UNR Comedy Club, and it's under Jonathan Cuevas.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got him to kind of bury it because I'm self-conscious about watching them. but I do it every so often just as practice. Yeah,
You just watch yourself just in case, like, hey, maybe one day this won't hurt to watch.
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Finding a couple other people's closing monologues and things.
yeah. One of them is a show that you were on, Nick was on, Justin was on.
I
Yeah,
forgot we all went to one time.
yeah. We did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't find. Oh, they had Kayvon headlining at UNR once.
I don't know who that is.
He's a Reno comedian who was
Uh,
actually more of like a Vegas comedian.
okay,
Yeah, I looked up UNR comedy, but I'm not finding anything myself. If you have those
okay,
links, we can save those for next time. Really dig
okay.
into them
Yeah,
because I've got some fun old videos I can find too, so you don't have to be embarrassed alone.
okay.
I
Yeah,
have I have the one of it was 420 in 2019.
okay.
And Nick Taro got me and Austin on this like parking lot Earth Day celebration show.
Yeah.
And so like I go up there to a parking lot full of nobody, but there is a news camera crew just off to the right of the stage, like
Oh,
setting stuff up. So I am very distracted the whole time, just staring at them, being like, you want more jokes about cum? Like just doing bad. And then like one of the drummers for the bands was like backing me up because he was like trying to set up for his band that was going to be on next.
yeah.
And then when he was getting set up, he would like give me little rim shots after I would hit a dumb joke, and it was really fun.
Nice.
But the comedy is kind of bad, so it's fun.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Even worse because there was nobody there. It was just I was doing comedy to an empty parking lot.
yeah. So it didn't matter if it was good comedy or not.
Yeah,
It was a silly show. That's most of what we ended up doing back in the day.
that's
Was
true.
just, yeah, ridiculous shows that,
Just weird shows with nobody at them, or we're just doing bits
right,
to each other.
right, yeah. So yeah, it
Hell
was a
yeah.
good time. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, yeah.
I think I feel like the current scene in Reno right now like is as strong as it was back when we were doing it in like 2018, 2019.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
everyone's kind of starting to produce their own stuff. There's like lots of places to get up at. There's
Okay.
no like crazy insular spots where it's like, oh, you can't go to this one because they're not gonna let you go up. There's like nothing like that.
Good.
And I just still don't go.
Yeah.
I went to an open mic this week. I will say I did go outside. There
Okay.
is evidence.
Now,
I went to Coffee and Comics. I did jokes
yes.
badly. I got up first and I left immediately. Was not my finest, but I went outside.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I showed up way too early. Like the show started at 7. The sign up started at 6. I was sitting in the parking lot at 5:45. Like, what do I do? Like, why am I here?
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I did it. I made it up onto a
Nice.
stage. I did
Nice.
I did at least one practice set before Savage Henry. I'm hoping to get in at least one or two more, but we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Are you driving up to Eureka or are you flying?
Yeah, I'm driving up. I was
Okay.
we're gonna like I got a little Airbnb, and then me and Austin are gonna be in there, and also one of the newer comics who I don't think you got to meet. His name is
Okay.
Mo. And then Mo and Austin are gonna drive up together because they're both on the 3 p.m. shows
Oh,
right away on Thursday. And like
okay.
I'm not on till 7, so I was gonna like, get up, get a little coffee, and then start going, but they have to like fucking book it to get there because
Yeah.
it's a 6-hour drive, but
Right.
like at least I think you went twice, right? Or did you just go once?
Just once.
Just once.
Yeah.
Either way, every year that I've gone, there's been some sort of like full stop traffic for like 20 minutes. You got to stop on the side of the road. So like
Okay.
there's always
Yeah.
just been some sort of like crazy 1-lane construction going on. So it takes it
Okay.
into like a 7-hour trip instead.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I ain't doing that. I'm gonna have a nice leisurely time. In fact, I think I might just let Alicia drive, and then I'm just gonna
Okay.
sit in the passenger seat like, what comedy jokes am I gonna do later? I don't know.
Oh,
I
let
only
me
have
think.
I only have 6 hours to plan, so maybe I'll nap for 2, write 1 joke, and then nap for 4 more hours.
Okay. Yeah.
Beef jerky, beef jerky, beef jerky.
Yeah. Yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap into 5 Slim Jims
Yeah.
at once.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Like the dude who was saying, yeah. Yeah.
That does make me wonder, how many Slim Jims do you think you can bite into at once? I think I might have to do some filming this week and during
Yeah.
Savage Henry.
Yeah. You
Just-
can do 3 at least.
I
easy.
can. I guarantee I can do at least 6.
Okay. Okay.
But I
don't-
want to see where everyone else is at. I'm gonna go to different
Yeah.
comedians with a stack of Slim Jims and just be like, "How many can you get through?"
No. Yeah.
Just bite them in the fucking middle.
Yeah. Yeah. You could do that. Be
I feel like
plastic.
I'm gonna have to think about some sort of regulatory system. Like, am I going to allow them to use their own, like hand prying forces to then rip the rest of the Slim Jim out? Or am I gonna hold this brick of Slim Jim and have people fucking bite directly in the center, only jaw strength, no hands?
Yeah.
I feel like there's
Yeah.
got to be some sort of rules.
Right, there does. So there has to be some sort.
I really feel like me holding it and them having to bite the middle is way funnier.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's a good way to do it. Yeah. Eat these Slim Jims.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I need to go to Costco and buy like 60 Slim Jims.
Yeah.
So what if I find out I can do like 10?
Yeah.
There's got to
Yeah.
be other people out there who can do just as much.
Yeah. Maybe not.
I'm gonna Either way, I'm gonna roll up with 120 Slim Jims ready to go.
Yeah. Nah.
I just have to eat Slim Jims for the next month because I couldn't let go of the bit. Mm.
That's okay. Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see. You got anything cool going on, Jonathan? You got anything to plug?
No.
Dankaroni.
No.
All I've got is the festival. Everyone go to Savage Henry Festival in Eureka, California, October 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah.
I think
How is-
$25 bracelets available. I don't remember.
Okay. Oh yeah. Is Chris gonna be there? Or is he still in?
I think he's doing better, so I think he's going to be
Okay.
running
Good.
the whole operation like always.
Okay. Good.
Hopefully with more reliance on all his comedians. I think last year was the first time he was just like, fuck it, and just like let the comedians run stuff.
Okay.
And he just stayed at the club and like
Yeah.
locked
You're
down
right.
home base.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm hoping he can do that again this year. Just keep the stress down.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Listen to Sad Giants.
Yeah.
Watch all the clips that I'm putting on Instagram and TikTok. More to come.
Caveman.
Yeah, I'll go watch
Watch it.
Caveman.
Yeah.
Go watch Greta Van Fleet on Saturday Night Live. I promise, watch them front to back. The songs are good, and it's very funny how coked up he is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Greta Van Fleet. Yeah.